So in today's case study, we want to talk about a recent deal we did. Was called it's an inventory loan for office units. So these are quite, I won't say popular, but there might be a lot of clients or developers who are in the situation. For example, in major markets like Vancouver, Toronto, you would have a lot of, say, a high-rise project. And for some reason, the condos aren't selling, so there's excess units. And so the developer's now stuck with these units they can't sell because of the current market condition. So what we could do is package these vacant units, which this developer will sell over time, into something called an inventory loan, just to buy them time. Typically, when you do a construction loan, you're given a certain time frame, whether it's 24 to 36 months, depending on the type of project. So in this situation here, the developer finished a project, and this client purchased 14 office units. So they bought the entire floor. They got it for a good deal. So these guys they're a real estate investment firm. So they decided that this is gonna be a good strategic play, just based on what they see in the marketplace. Sure, there's definitely some miscalculations there, which meant by the time the project completed, they were left with 14 units unsold and unleased. So they couldn't find tenants and they could not sell it. And they had their notice of completion, so they had to complete on the sale. And so these type of deals are very hard if you went to a traditional bank because there's no income. There's basically just vacant. So that was kind of our biggest challenge. So we had to find a lender that was willing to lend on an inventory loan and in this asset class, office space.
Yeah, so obviously given the times now with the work from home and so the office is very challenged right now. Office used to be one of the hottest in asset classes prior to COVID. Currently, it's still pretty hard because the vacancy rates are still pretty high in the lower mainland right now. So these are quite, like I said, Tom was saying, it's still quite difficult for lenders to finance on. However, we were able to scour the market. We were able to narrow down a few banks that were still willing to do these inventory loans. And then we were able to give them a pretty competitive offer. We were able to get them 65% loan to value. And they're around the 8%, 7 to 8% mark, I think, where we got them. And they were to do a 1-year term. So as they sell these units, it gives them time. As they sell these units, these proceeds will go down to pay the loan. So each month, every time they sell a unit, they're actually paying less in the interest. And this way, they don't need to fire sell these units, and they can still make a hefty profit because they can still afford some time. Because time is your worst enemy when you're holding these products and you're just paying interest into it month after month. So this lets them to allow it to market properly, or at least find tenants for them, and then they can sell as a package to potential buyers or potential companies that wants to move into the office units there.
Sure, and these are quite common now. You can see a lot of projects that are built and they can't sell right now. So definitely, anyone that needs an inventory loan, definitely reach out to us, and we can find ways to help them. Are they easy to do? No, for sure. Like the lenders will look at so many different aspects of an inventory loan: location, the type of product, how's the market conditions. So things have changed. Like when we did this deal, the office space was not looking good. Lots of people working from home. But now, fast forward to today, we're seeing vacancy rates for office has gone down. So a lot of banks have mandated their staff to actually work less from home. So they have to go back to office now, maybe work from home 1 or 2 days a week. And so now we're seeing a bit more traction in the office space, which is great for this asset class because they've been hit hard the last 4 or 5 years. But definitely this was about a year or two, it was about 2 years ago. It was very tough to find a lender to be on board, just given the situation. The good thing I think here is that the borrower themselves had they had a strong profile, and we mitigated risk with their net worth and a few other factors. But definitely it is a case by case type of deal when it comes to inventory loan.